This recording is going to help you think more positively, which in turn will help you make those positive changes that you've been wanting to make for so long. The more you listen to this recording, the more it will help you make those changes, whatever they may be. Perhaps you want more of something in your life. Confidence, motivation, to relax more, to be more focused or disciplined. Perhaps you want to rid yourself of that unwanted habit or negative behavior. The more you listen to this recording, the easier it will be to make those changes. Perhaps you just want a more positive outlook on life, or to stop worrying so much about everything. This recording can help give you the tools to make those positive changes by explaining the mechanism for change, to explain how your brain can create those changes and how you can reinforce those changes so that they last. So, before we start properly, just take a little time now to make really clear in your mind's eye what changes you want to make. And imagine for a moment what it would be like if you've already made those changes. Okay, so begin now by allowing yourself to get nice and comfortable, wherever you are, sat in a chair or laid on your bed or sofa, and just imagine how nice it would be if your eyes began to get really heavy, as if you were relaxing after a long day and you just wanted to close your eyes for a moment for a nap. Or you just got into your comfortable bed after a busy day running around, and how nice it feels that your eyes can just close down and relax. Good. Now imagine that nice, heavy feeling of relaxation spreading over your face, relaxing all the muscles from your scalp right the way down through your jaw, your forehead smoothing out of any frowns that you may have been carrying from the day, your brow relaxing, not furrowed with concentration. You don't have to worry about concentrating now. You can just let these words wash over you, knowing that they will just sink into your subconscious mind. And now imagine, with each easy breath, that relaxing feeling spreading down, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders and your back, and traveling down your arms and legs, right into your hands and feet. Perhaps your hands have been tapping at a keyboard today or gripping the wheel of your car. You can just let them fully relax now. Perhaps this feeling travels quickly, or perhaps it's a gradual process, and that's fine, as we have plenty of time to relax further as you just listen to the sound of my voice guiding you down. Deeper and deeper. Now, I wonder, have you ever visited a cave? A big show cave with coloured lights, perhaps with underground passageways, streams and pools. Have you ever marveled at the stalagmites and stalactites, the shapes of them, how they look like melted wax, sometimes formed into figures that look like animals or even people. Do you know how they are formed? They are formed over hundreds of thousands of years by tiny droplets of water, drip, drip, dripping down the rock face, carving new channels, depositing minerals over time to create these shapes. Far too slow to observe with the human eye. But each tiny droplet contributes to these new shapes and patterns. It's amazing to marvel at how something as insignificant as droplets of water can make them, sometimes creating monstrous shapes, or sometimes beautiful waterfalls of colourful stone. Buddhists say that thoughts are like drops of water on the brain. When you reinforce the same thought, it will etch a new stream into your consciousness, like the water drops that slowly create the channels in a cave. Neuroscientists confirm this bit of folk wisdom. Our neurons break connections and form new pathways all the time. Even if you've been programmed to think in a particular negative way, have a particular fear or phobia, compulsion or habit, even if you've been thinking that way for years. Just because those negative thoughts and actions have been dripping into your brain, they are not set in stone. We have something called neuroplasticity. We are not hardwired, but we are soft-wired. The mind can be molded and much easier than stone to create new pathways, patterns and sculptures. All it takes is to divert the flow and to change the nature of the thoughts, change the chemical makeup of the water droplets that drip, drip, drip into the mind. Those negative thoughts and behaviours can now cease, and you can start a new channel in your mind, a new sculpture. When you divert a water stream away from a stalagmite, it stops being fed with the minerals that have strengthened it, and it becomes fragile. It becomes dry and weak. In those caves, you've seen the old stalactites that are no longer fed by water. They become broken. Eventually, they erode away. In the same way, when you stop feeding your negative thoughts or habits, they too will dry up, cease to grow, and will soon erode away as nothing but something that belongs to the past, that no longer has any influence over you. And so we can create new patterns in the brain, allowing positive drips to carve new channels into the mind, to begin new, interesting and beautiful sculptures, new waterfalls of bright, vivid colours. Changes don't have to be big or overwhelming. Just think, if you pour a gallon of water down the surface of a rock, it will wet it for a time, but the rock won't change. No, changes are small but constant. New daily practices of self-care, positive thought, positive action, tweaks in behavior, perhaps an affirmation or a new daily practice, whatever small change you think will help you towards that change you envisaged before. Small and sustainable. And over time, these new channels are carved into the mind. These stalactites are thick and strong, all from those tiny drips, those small actions, drip, drip, dripping in the mind, making the mind a cave of beauty and wonder. And so, just spend a few moments bringing to mind that image of yourself again, having made that small change. Focusing on how you feel, perhaps how you look, what you are doing, how you are feeling. Hold that image for a few moments in your mind's eye, making it really clear. And make the decision now to make that one tiny change that is going to help you achieve this. Even if it's just listening to this recording, because every time you listen to this recording, that change is going to be reinforced. The more you listen, the more the change becomes carved into the mind. Knowing that you have already begun this process, cultivate now a feeling of pride. And it's that sense of pride that I want you to bring back with you now as you start to return to full wakefulness. So, bring your attention now back from your mind's eye to your physical eyes and see how they feel. Perhaps your eyelids twitching, but you don't have to return quite yet. Focus on your hands and feet again, perhaps twitching those too. And now bring your attention back to your breath and deepen your inhale, bringing yourself back with your breath to the present, the here and now. Slowly returning back until those eyes feel ready to open, wide awake, feeling refreshed, feeling energized, and feeling proud that your journey to change has begun.